and these are the ones that actually work. They're reliable, they're affordable, and it's not a bunch of BS like some green fat burner tea. What is up guys, Austin here and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be going over the top 5 supplements that I recommend, and these are the ones that actually work. They're reliable, they're affordable, and it's not a bunch of BS like some green fat burner tea. And for most people's goals of building muscle and losing fat, I recommend taking these 5 supplements, and these will definitely help you get you towards your goals as well as being healthy, which is what really all that matters. Any other goal aside, being healthier should be your main goal. And so supplement number 1 I recommend is taking a multivitamin. And so for most people, getting in their vitamins throughout the day, this is going to be very hard to do just mainly through diet, just because of the amount of volume of food that you have to eat. Just to get every single vitamin and mineral in there, it's pretty hard to do, if not impossible to do for everyone's diets. And so this is why I recommend supplementing with a multivitamin. This helps you kind of get all your bases through. And the thing is that in a multivitamin, let's say vitamin A, so the same vitamin A that you find in carrots and a multivitamin, it's the same exact thing, it's not different. And so supplementing with a multivitamin helps you get your vitamin and minerals in without having to eat all this other extra food. That being said, this doesn't mean you shouldn't have to eat a single vegetable and just eat a multivitamin and think that you are good enough. It actually helps to eat vegetables, believe it or not. I know this is hard to believe, but eating vegetables can be very beneficial for you. But it also doesn't hurt to supplement with more vitamins and minerals. And also, multivitamins are generally pretty affordable. I get a big bottle from Costco. It has like 500 pills in it, so I'm set for over a year. And it's like around 10 bucks. So very affordable, very reliable, and definitely beneficial for your health. I don't need to tell you that. The World Health Organization, as well as many other health organizations around the world, can tell you that vitamins and minerals are good for you. So don't just take my word for it, take everyone else's word for it as well. And so on the list, number 2 is going to be vitamin D. And I feel like vitamin D is a very underrated vitamin. A lot of people just kind of joke around with vitamin D being D as in, I don't want to say it on camera. But on a more serious note, vitamin D is actually a very helpful supplement. It helps your body process calcium and phosphate, which this helps strengthen your bones and helps regulate your hormone levels. And so vitamin D is very important. Typically, a lot of us get vitamin D just from being exposed to sunlight. However, I don't need to say this, but in certain parts of the world, you obviously don't get as much sun as in more tropical places. So helping supplement with vitamin D can be extremely beneficial. I know that for some of you, if you normally live in a tropical place, you get tons of vitamin D, but let's say if you move. In my case, I'm from Hawaii, so I got a lot of sunlight on a daily basis, but then I moved here to the Pacific Northwest of the United States, and so we don't get as much sunlight here, especially for 9 months out of the 12 when it's not summer. We don't get that much sunlight, and when I first moved here, I didn't supplement with any vitamin D, and I just felt like sluggish. I was feeling low and just low energy, low mood overall. And I found that it was due to my lack of vitamin D, and so vitamin D helps regulate a lot of hormonal levels and as well as your bones. Obviously, I didn't end up breaking all my bones just because I didn't have enough vitamin D, but I found that supplementing with vitamin D definitely helped my overall mood and energy levels. And so I believe this is a very important supplement to take for everyone. And also, it's very affordable as well. You get a ton of it for maybe around 10 bucks. So quite a worthwhile investment for your overall health and mood. So number 3 is going to be fish oil or omega-3 fatty acids. And so what do these do? So omega-3 fatty acids are known as a type of unsaturated fats, which is the good kind of fats that you want to incorporate in your diet, recommended by many health organizations around the world. And so it can definitely help improve your cholesterol and heart health just by having these more healthy fats in your diet. Usually you can get these from the name fish oils. You can get these from eating a lot of seafood and fish, But if you're a person who doesn't like seafood all that much, or just doesn't eat a lot of fish in general, then I recommend supplementing with some fish oil. Just get any type of capsules. You don't have to really go with a specific brand. I just go with Kirkland because they are cheap and reliable. And so just buying a big bottle of fish oil, taking the recommended dosages on the bottle itself. Now, the research on this, it's definitely not conclusive. So I'm not saying that taking fish oil will dramatically improve your health or dramatically improve your lifespan or whatever, but it certainly can only help you to get more fish oils into your diet. And you always want to be eating more healthier unsaturated fats versus saturated fats, just because it's overall better for your triglycerides or your fat levels in your bloodstream, and for your overall health at preventing chronic diseases. Now, number 4, this is obviously not a must if you are getting enough sleep, but I definitely recommend a sleep aid if you are having trouble getting sleep. I recommend getting 7 to 9 hours. This obviously varies from person to person. Some people can run on 6. Some people can sleep for 10 hours a day and feel completely fine, and they need that much sleep. But generally, sleep however much you feel like you get enough energy levels and just feel like you're able to keep up with your day and perform well both in the gym and in life. In fact, sleep is actually one of the most overlooked things of people's health. Everyone thinks they can just run on 5 hours of sleep and be totally fine, but the truth is you need more sleep. A lot of us need more sleep, and a lot of us have trouble either falling asleep or staying asleep, so having a sleep aid can definitely help. I recommend taking some melatonin. That's personally what I do. I'll take it like 20 to 30 minutes before bedtime, and helps me kind of get into the mood of sleeping and falling asleep and staying asleep. Honestly, if you think about it, sleep is so important that we spend about a third of our lives doing it. So if this isn't a sign that you need more sleep, then you should definitely get more sleep. This also helps aid in recovery if you're exercising very hard throughout the day. And so if you're exercising very hard, you're creating a lot of damage and stress for your body, and sleeping helps heal your body and recover so that you are better able to perform better and be stronger and be just overall better in the gym. All right, number 5 is going to be creatine. And so creatine usually comes in the form of creatine monohydrate, which basically means creatine without water. And so what is creatine? So creatine is a completely normal substance. It is normally found in the muscles, and it basically helps convert ADP back into ATP, which is the kind of energy currency in your muscles. And so it helps replenish that ATP a bit more faster than it normally would, and this way you can get a little bit more oomph in your workouts, and you're able to push a little bit more when you're doing more high intensity and short bouts of work. And so the science actually shows that creatine is one of the most well-researched supplements and that it actually works. However, it works for about like 2/3 of the people that take it. But honestly, it's so cheap. I can get like a kilo or 2.2 pounds of creatine for like $10 to $15. So that works out to be about like 200 servings. And so it's definitely very affordable, and I recommend taking creatine just to give you that extra edge. And even if it's more of a placebo effect, like it still helps you perform better in the gym, still helps you increase power or increase strength, and just helps you be a better athlete. And a bonus 6th supplement that I'm going to recommend is caffeine. I don't know if this is really a supplement per se because it's just so commonly used, and I think off the top of my head, I think it's like a controlled substance just because of you can't take too much caffeine at once or else you can actually die or get serious side effects. But caffeine, in my opinion, is a supplement. And so if you're not someone who is extremely sensitive to caffeine, and I'm talking like if you had a Diet Coke and you are like buzzed to the end of the earth, then I recommend taking some caffeine, because you can definitely get a nice boost of energy for your workouts as well as just for life, and you'll feel more alert, you'll feel more energetic, and by doing this, you're better able to just do life with more energy. Like if you are someone who is typically sedentary, then taking some caffeine, like it can boost your need. You can be a bit more fidgety in general, or you just feel like you want to move more, walk a bit faster, work a bit harder, and all this compounds day after day. And if you're better able to perform more and perform of a better quality, then by all means take some caffeine, drink some coffee, take some energy drinks. All caffeine is the same, so don't worry too much about it. Caffeine is also super cheap. Even if you don't drink coffee or don't like energy drinks or any form of like a caffeinated drink, you can buy caffeine pills online. They are super cheap. I believe they work out to be like a few cents per like little pill that contains like 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is pretty standard. It's about like 2 cups of coffee, and so very affordable, very helpful. And so yeah, that about wraps up the list for the top 5 supplements that I recommend, with a bonus 6th on there. And so just to wrap up, we have multivitamin, vitamin D, fish oil or omega-3s, a sleep aid, creatine, and the 6th and final one is caffeine. Anyways, as always, I hope this helped you guys work towards your goals. Hope you guys learned something to apply to your everyday life. Subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one.